Okay, I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm big mad.
How mad?
I'm big. I just said big mad. I think big mad is the best. Biggest mad? Bigger mad.
Biggity mad. Are you not biggity?
No, I'm biggity mad.
Ah! I'm insane with anger!
No diggity?
There is no diggity. None. Okay. Silent Hill Ascension came out last night. Yeah.
Hot garbage. So bad.
The fucking worst. Hi, folks. Big Iron Riot here. I got the Queen with me today.
Hi.
She's come to enjoy some fine times and explain the finer things in life, like, I don't know, the long-awaited answer to all Silent Hill fans' dreams, Silent Hill Ascension. For those that do not know about this, Silent Hill Ascension was supposed to be the very first interactive live-streamed movie adaptation. Movie game, something or another. Anyway, when we heard about it, it was already weird enough. We had no idea what the fuck they were talking about, but we got it anyway, and it came in last night. Now, full disclosure, I did not attend the live stream as I had a little one going out and trick-or-treating, so...
We were getting the candy.
I mean, it makes sense. First, I need to say this. Silent Hill has been me and the Queen's favorite franchise since the beginning of time. Just absolute beginning of time. We've loved it since part 1, and we've been following it closely, and its ups and downs and lefts and rights. We've been absolutely...
To give you an idea, timeline-wise, I'm 34, and I started Silent Hill, I think, 15, 16.
No.
So you're looking at least 15 years of love and dedication to this thing.
Oh, yeah. You got some people that love their Resident Evils, and I get that, and some people you love their Fatal Frames and Alones in the Darks and all that good stuff. It was Silent Hill all the way.
Yeah. We met because of Silent Hill.
We did. So, Silent Hill 1's my personal favorite. I love part 1, but I played part 2, loved it just the same. Part 3, part 4, and even after part 4, when Team Silent was disbanded and subsequently sold the rights to America, and they made their terrible Americanized versions of the Silent Hills, I even love those for one reason or another.
Not me. I stopped at 4.
Queen had no love for any of those. If it wasn't in Japan, it wasn't.
It's not they're terrible, just compared to the other ones, to me, they were forgettable.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything that happened in them. And no matter how many times I play it, I still don't remember anything that happened in them.
Fair enough.
4 was the last one I kind of was really on board with, and then after that I was just like, this doesn't feel the same.
No.
But it wasn't terrible. I wasn't like, don't ever look at these Silent Hills. You know, I wasn't throwing them out and just being like, forget them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, and that's just been the way it is. The movies came out. I love part 1, hated part 2, but it's still near and dear. You know, it had its ups and downs.
I was so excited about the movies.
So excited.
I love the movies. They're terrible, but I love them.
It's the rabid fangirl fanboy thing. It's just It's gonna happen. However, everyone has a line. We had gone radio silent for some time. Konami had decided they were not going to be making anything Silent Hill related besides
PT was the last thing.
PT was the last thing mentioned. Before that, it was a pachinko machine, and that was the best you were going to get, and maybe a very, very, very questionable arcade game.
I was hyped about PT.
Yeah, PT was going to be good. Hideo Kojima was going to direct it. It had Guillermo del Toro in it somewhere. No, wait, that's Death Stranding.
You mixing them up now?
No.
I mean, they're both creepy in some ways, so it kind of the same. Go on.
I digress. And then it got canceled. And then for the longest time, Konami said, we're not making anything. Fine, deal with it. Then one day, we got the release of the Silent Hill Transmission, where it was a collage of different trailers on different projects related to Silent Hill that they were making, all at the same time. And
yeah, strangely.
And it was a weird layout, and we were like, okay, fine. Let's see what you got. First thing that came up was Silent Hill 2. They were remaking Silent Hill 2 using Bloober Team to do it, and if you don't know who Bloober Team is, they're the ones that made Layers of Fear. You liked that game, didn't you, baby?
Layers of Fear, yeah. They also made Medium.
Oh, they did make Medium. That's right.
Which I remember playing Medium going, this has Silent Hill vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Okay.
I do like their stuff, and I think they will do good for carrying over Silent Hill if they keep the same vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. So, it's Silent Hill 2. I got no qualms about them remaking something that was already great and doing it with some HD graphics.
I don't mind a remake, but like, I want to see new shit.
I would love to see a new Silent Hill, and that's where we thought they had us covered. Silent Hill F gets announced. Harkening back to the ancient Japanese times, they decided they were going to make a Silent Hill based in that era. We got very little information on it. It's supposed to be coming out in fucking
forever from now.
2073, and
I think 2025 is the suspected release date.
Which is painful.
Yeah.
Fucking criminal.
I'm gonna forget about it till then.
Man, I'm saying. So, then we get Silent Hill Ascension. And as it was explained to us, it was Bad Robot, the company that brought you Cloverfield.
I love Bad Robot. I have no qualms with Bad Robot.
No, not at all. Decided to make a digital company. And that digital company was going to be spearheading Silent Hill Ascension. The big catch-22 on that was it was to be a live-action, choose-your-own-adventure interactive movie, not a game. You just go on, everyone watches together, everyone views together like it's a live stream, and you all apparently vote for the outcome. This is how it was told to us, this is how it was explained, this is what we were all ready for.
Which choose your own adventure games exist. Like they're out there, it's not a brand new concept. A lot of indie gamers like do it and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't particularly like them, so I don't really watch them that much, but they're okay. They're not like the worst, you know?
They're not.
I like it in the horror genre more though.
Oh
like,
yeah. Until Dawn was my favorite one.
Until Dawn is good. I haven't seen your Dark Anthology one.
The Dark Anthology, yeah.
I haven't seen that, but there were a couple I know on the Game Pass for a while that were like they filmed them, and then you would make the choice in the game, and then it would go to another part that they like filmed. I don't remember what they called them. It
was a weird idea, to say the least. It was a weird idea, but I wasn't tuning out. You know, I wasn't like, okay,
I was.
Whatever. Queen was. If it ain't a game, she ain't in it. But I was like, okay, we'll wait and see what they got here. And I the release date was set for Halloween night, so I was like, all right, I'll follow up on it. I definitely wasn't going to be able to attend. I already knew that. And boy, was I in for a shock the following day when scrolled all across Twitter, YouTube, and everything like that were just grievances, absolute complaints against this. They were complaining about a number of things related to the movie itself, but more importantly, the system mechanics built into the game. See, what you had to do is you had to buy an app, and on this app, you'd be able to watch Silent Hill Ascension. When you're on this app, your name will be placed on the side of the video, along with other people shooting icons and different emojis and saying things while watching the Silent Hill video. And then when the time comes, you're presented with choices to make for the episode. Not only that, you're also presented with puzzles to do in the process and QTE events where you have to dodge things and stuff like that. And all your successes and fails were added into everyone else's successes and fails, and you were to get the outcome in the next episode.
Which I already don't like that. Like it
doesn't make it better when I explain it, does it?
If I'm playing something and I do awesome and you do crappy, and then we're putting it together and like you bring down my choice, like my dude gets an injury because of your thing, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah. No, I don't like the idea of sharing the outcomes based on a bunch of people who could want to just troll. They could just be like, let's watch every single choice.
A lot of them would just be like, I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna sit there and see what happens.
So. This was a legitimate complaint we just had. Well, that's a complaint they already thought of. They were a step ahead. So in going into the app, they present you with an advertisement right as soon as you open the program, assuming you could actually get into the program or the app, because many were complaining they couldn't even connect to the server. So when you finally made it past that hurdle, they said, hey, buddy, guess what? Pay $20 and you get a premium pass and you'll get influence points. These influence points will spike up the value of your vote. Therefore, if you throw some money down, you'll have a spicier vote in the next events that transpire.
I'm not paying for something I haven't even seen. A theory thing. Like, I want to see how it works first, but I'm not paying shit.
It feels like one of those gambling games that you throw money into, but it doesn't eject money because that's illegal in whatever town you're in. So they just go, you win. Good job. All right, bye. Like, that's what it feels like. So as soon as people saw that, the idea of the Silent Hill Ascension experience being free went out the window. Now,
Free.
yeah, freemium. So a lot of people complain that it was, in fact, the idea that they claimed it was free. So they claim it was free, and they got a nasty little surprise where they're essentially buying a battle pass for a movie.
I already hate this. I'm so broke, guys. I'm so broke all the time. I just want to enjoy things and not have to pay for every fucking ounce of it. So tired of microtransactions.
Microtransactions have gotten bad, to be sure, but they skipped the whole game. They were like, we're not even making the game. Could you pay for our DLC?
They really did, though.
What? What? Who's doing that? Who is? That's a deal there. I'm going to throw down and...
I'm so broke. I just feel more broke thinking about this.
And it's a vote, so on top of that, if you and the other guy with opposing ideals both throw $1,000 in, one of you guys will have a winning decision. The other guy sits there $1,000 less and going, well, I did vote for him to grab the iron rod on the ground.
Now it feels like gambling.
It kind of feels like gambling. Except the only payoff is just, does my character die or not?
You get an okay story. Okay, talk about the show because that will help.
Skipping past all that, that was their initial phase, but there were the people that watched it, and the Queen and I actually watched it this morning just to kind of see if they captured the spirit and flavor of Silent Hill as they...
Because if they did, I'm down. I'm in.
We wanted to know. We wanted to know if there was a way that they could... Maybe a writer was involved, some music, just... Because if Silent Hill was anything, it was that damn music. The music it keyed you in, and you were playing a Silent Hill game, and it was all in your head, and you were messed up and everything. Did it do any of that, baby?
No. Not even kinda.
Not even kinda.
I watched, I think, 2 minutes in, and I was like, oh, this.
I was there.
Oh.
She texted me and said, I'm 2 minutes in, and I hate this.
I watched the full 30-minute thing of it, though. I did. I committed.
So did I.
I got more mad the more I watched it.
So let me give you a brief synopsis, all right? Very, very brief synopsis. There's apparently a blight in the world and appears in random places all around the world. And there's a group, a cult, we
think it's in the world. We don't even know.
We don't really know. All we do know is that in numerous places, they give you tags on the locations of where they're at, whether it's Pennsylvania or Switzerland or whatever the hell. And it's going to these random places in the world. But the story starts off with a girl getting some sort of ritual done by the faculty or the
foundation.
The foundation. Okay? The foundation is setting up a ritual for this girl, and they're offering to cut this blight out of this woman. The woman at first agrees and then declines halfway through, and when she does, an evil monster appears. We think it may be the Purifier.
That's what they call it.
They call it the Purifier. It appears and it takes this girl by spreading tentacles all around her legs and coiling her up like a mummy. And going down her throat. And she's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 2 minutes in. This is where 2 minutes in.
Yeah, this is roughly 2 minutes in. Number one, right off the bat, the voice actors are god awful.
You know what? The voice actors aren't the best, but what doesn't help them is the absolute terribly soulless facial expressions they have.
Nobody has a frown. Nobody has a scared expression. Nobody even blinks weird.
They look like mannequins that are talking.
You have to go and do this ritual,
and the overall, not just their face, but the overall graphics, I think could be worse than a early PlayStation game.
It feels like PS2.
Because I remember the cutscenes in Silent Hill 1 have more going on for them than these guys.
They really do.
When you're first introduced to a monster and its tentacle is glitching through the hair.
It's not a good look, fam.
The person
It's not a good fucking look. at all.
And why does the monsters have, like, triple the detail as the person, but it doesn't help it?
No. It's because the people look like mannequins, so it looks like detailed-ass monsters are eating up mannequins.
It's so bad.
Starting off in any other place doesn't make rightful sense unless you're actively changing the entire plot line. In which, if you are, you shouldn't be making a remake of the sequel, nor should you be making another sequel in the future as well.
I think they're trying to do a tie-in for F, because it's alluded to Silent Hill F taking place in Japan, which is not the town of Silent Hill.
Nope.
So I think they're trying to imply it can happen like in other places across the world. In this clip, they said that they came to this town.
Yeah.
Because of this play or this thing or whatever, but they didn't. I don't think they said what town. I think I missed it, but I don't know. Like, I think they're trying to change the lore of the cult aspect of Silent Hill.
Yeah, and
add more or
if
something.
And I will tell you this right from the get-go: if they are changing the lore actively, I'll go back to my cave and enjoy my parts 1 through 4, and they can fuck right off. Like, I have no need for it and no love for it. The characters, none of them were likable.
None of them.
As you meet each of these characters, and it goes on in the story, it transitions to different places in the world. So as soon as the girl dies, it transitions to an old man who's watching his dying wife.
No, mom, I think.
Or mom. I don't even know. But
I don't know now either.
He's a bit of a caretaker. He goes upstairs and she's raspily like yelling things at him and just down talking him.
You always loved her.
Yeah. And he's just like, okay, cool, okay.
He really is.
He doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah. And then she just dies. He walks in the room, she's dead.
No, you missed a part.
Oh, did I?
You did, because
there's a good chance I did.
Because she was yelling at him or whatever, and he like steps out because he hears wolves and he's gonna go get them with this gun. And he steps outside, and it does an otherworld transition where you see the dogs and some sort of creature, a normal Silent Hill creature, coming at him, and then he runs back to the house because he hears her yelling, and when he gets up there, she's dead. And he's just kind of like, oh, no, I tried.
And then it cuts out of that, and they're like, let's go back to the girl that was going to do the ritual, but she got the other girl killed. And they're questioning her. The Foundation's questioning her, like, what happened? And she's like...
She died of natural causes.
Yeah, the doctors say she had an aneurysm. I'm like, yeah, tentacles will do that when they go down your throat. Aneurysms every time, every fucking time.
So the funny thing about this, and what I noticed about this particular scene, is she, for a second, is worried about cops. Like, am I in trouble with the cops? And they were like, no, it's natural causes, whatever. If they're setting this up for a cult at all, the cult never gave a shit about cops.
No.
Sybil just walking around there like, fuck you.
Sybil had a gun,
do this stuff.
And she was walking around in Silent Hill 1 like, you're in a cult and I'm going to shoot you. And they're like, the devil flies in many ways. They're like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm going to shoot at you.
About cops.
No. So this cult already is this highly organized cloister of Illuminati-like individuals because they're walking very organized and
modern-y.
As the Foundation, we must purge the evil from the world. They're very, very organized.
They don't feel church-like.
No. And in Silent Hill, in all the Silent Hills, that's all it was.
Yeah, it was super churchy cult.
Oh,
this just feels like a Scientology group.
Yeah. And so they're telling her, you have to do what has to be done. You have to keep taking care of business and make sure the Redeemer or the Purifier has everything he needs to keep purifying things. Don't worry about the girl who died in your ritual because she was whatever.
And it flashes over to the brother.
Flashes over to the brother. Yeah.
He's the only one I kind of liked.
He's the only human one there. They're like, hey, your sister died. And they're like, how?
He's like, what the fuck?
They're like, how? They're like, I can't tell you. I'm like, why would you tell me that? And they're like, well, the Foundation believes. He's like, I hate your cult because it's fucking stupid and you guys and your secrets. And she's dead now. What the fuck? And he's like, I'm sorry, but we sent a prayer your way. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He's the only one I kind of like.
His reaction was warranted and it was perfect because all he did was absolutely punch the guy in the face.
Yeah. But like right before that, the girl that was doing the ritual that survived or whatever, she was just like, they're like, are you gonna tell her brother about this? And she's like, I don't need that shit right now. And like, we're like, that doesn't make sense. This reaction doesn't make sense.
None of it.
Anyways, okay. So the brother, they tell him, he punches him in the face, and then it goes back to
The old,
farmer guy.
yeah, the farmer guy, where he's like, I'm sorry, and he's talking to a girl, and he's like, I'm sorry, but your mom died in the bed. I don't know what happened.
And she, who hated her
Yeah.
before this, was just like, no, and starts screaming and crying. And then they're like, okay, we gotta call an ambulance or something. It's stupid.
What is happening?
Stupid.
It is awful. What are you voting on exactly? The first vote that popped up on the screen was like, should you tell the cult about, or tell the truth about the cult to somebody? Okay.
And
So here's my thinking. Because it was as shallow as we've explained it. What we just explained is how this happens.
that's your 5-minute recap of the show.
You
Yeah.
literally can't, like, outside of us quoting them, that's pretty much all that happens. So the show has to continue, and it's based on decisions made, which means either they're making alternative scenes or they're making scenes on the fly as they move along.
I hope they all die.
Which means it's half-assed as is. People are voting right now, some with their money, some with just the ability to use their app button. Half of them complained they couldn't even place a vote in.
Yeah, didn't they say there was like issues with like pop-ups
Yes.
and stuff blocking it?
They couldn't do anything about it.
I wouldn't have voted because I don't like anybody, so I don't want to like even waste time possibly keeping them alive.
No. There were so many questions, and me and the Queen just texted each other back and forth going, why is it like this? Who approved this? Who signed off on this and who said this was okay? You've effectively turned a story about a town that is sentient and actually lives and breathes and makes things manifest in front of you based on the sins and based on the darkness inside you. And it's now turned into a weird virus that goes town to town, and a traveling fucking Illuminati circus
Made
goes
it
to
like
hunt them.
Resident Evil, like
It felt like Resident Evil.
the monsters felt Resident Evil.
The monsters definitely felt Resident Evil like.
I think it literally looked like they kind of tried to pull some Silent Hill 2 with the farmer and the
Yeah.
sick relative or whatever.
Yeah.
They had the other world for flash for a minute. I literally think for fan service because it made no sense.
At all.
In this.
At all.
I don't like any of it. I don't like the lore they're setting up. I don't like the people. I don't like the graphics. I don't like the music. The music is terrible.
No, number one, if you're going to make a derivative game, if you're going to offshoot it and make another game like it, at least have the music kind of be some semblance of the same.
Are you betting that Pyramid Head's gonna show up just for like fan service?
At this point, Pyramid Head has to show up as fan service. And let it be known, we're diehard fans.
I love Pyramid Head.
Pyramid Head does not need to show up in every goddamn Silent Hill game. Make a new creepy crawly, make a new thing that lurks in the night.
I'm okay if he shows up in everything.
She's okay with it.
But I do want to see other big baddies.
Yeah,
I love Pyramid Head,
sure.
but I want to see other big baddies.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to see more creativity like that. You know.
But whoever made this, the studio that made this, they were given creative liberties, obviously. Konami said, we don't give a shit. Make something out of it and then make money from it and then we'll talk. And they said, okay. They obviously hadn't played the games. They were reading scripts or booklets or pamphlets or flyers or something written on a notepad. But they were
I
like...
think they asked an AI.
They were like, I get the...
I think they asked ChatGPT.
They really did. Like, ChatGPT, make me a Silent Hill plot real quick.
It's so bad. Like, honestly, like, my kid's, like, old enough to start getting into Silent Hill soon.
Yeah.
Okay, like, right? He's right on the cusp.
No?
If this was the first thing I had to show him, he would never love it.
There's no way.
And honestly, if this is the only thing they had coming out, no, like, 2, no F, no anything else,
No.
I would have said the series should have died.
And how do you think it
should've
feels as Silent Hill fans trying to explain to your friends? You always want to explain to your friends your games, your franchises you're into, and you're like, okay, it's like this. You walk in and you're explaining the game, perfect detail, but I have to explain Silent Hill 1 and 2 to everyone. Because I damn sure can't start with, part 3 or 4, and I damn sure can't open with whatever the fuck Ascension was. That there is no way to learn because
You can kind of throw the movies at them, and you're like, here, this will get you started.
the movies grated my nerves in certain respects because of certain things they took liberties on, but not nearly as much as this.
But it kept the core of
It
the
did.
lore
It
and
did.
stuff.
It did. It changed a few minor details.
But this whole thing, it's so poorly made that, like, one, I want to know why they wasted time CGI any of this. Why not just film it?
Yeah,
It'd probably be cheaper at this point.
probably, to be fairly honest.
And then two, why make this at all? Is it to build lore? Is it to cash grab? Is it to like, why are you even making this? Because it's not helping your franchise in any way.
It's not for your fans. It's not for your old school fans who grew up with Silent Hill at all. It's not. Like, and if they imply that it even kind of is down the road, they're very wrong. It's not. Is it meant for new fans? And if it is, are you setting the foundation for fans to jump on?
Low.
You know, like, are you setting the foundation for everybody to go, okay, I'm in, let's see what they got. And then you dive deeper into it? No.
With you going to be releasing a new game, I find this a risk that is failing and is going to keep people from spending money on your new game. Because
Agreed.
they're looking at this and they're going, well, that was shit. Why would I spend $60 on a new game? You know?
You have two things going against it right now. It is, number one, it's released only for PlayStation for the first year. So it already looks bad enough. And now you have this, whatever this is, as the first foundation made in the new era of Silent Hill games. So this is the only thing people have to go off of. Yeah, this is the only thing people have to go off of. And so they're like, I don't think I'm going to pre-order Silent Hill 2 because, yeah, no, I'm fresh out.
Well, other than PT, when was the last, like, Silent Hill news? Silent Hill 2 movie, I guess?
Yeah.
That was years ago.
Yeah, they mentioned the Silent Hill 2, and then Dead by Daylight had Pyramid Head in it.
Oh, yeah. That was a good addition.
That was a good addition.
And Robbie the Rabbit.
And Robbie the Rabbit. I will slay with some Pyramid Head and Robbie the Rabbit. Anyway, what I don't understand. I don't follow what the logic is here. I know Konami doesn't care as a company. They didn't put out a Silent Hill game for about 5-6 years, and all of a sudden they started releasing Pyramid Head skateboards. They don't care. I get it. But now that they're laying the IP in the hands of others, they're taking it, and instead of grabbing it and going, okay, this is a good setup, a good foundation, they're like, let me just do it my way. Let me see how this would work. And then add insult to injury when you get to Ascension. It is half-assed. It's just...
It's worse than a student project.
It does. It feels like...
I have seen better made, fan-made,
hands down.
music videos and shit.
Hands down.
It's so bad.
Hands down. And you're left just wondering, okay, so what are the, like...
I don't care about the mystery at all in this. Like,
There is no mystery.
I do not want to watch episode 2 on. I don't need to know the ending of the story. I don't need to know the lore they're setting up. Like, because there's nobody likable in the first 30 minutes, I have no want to continue this. At the most, if I continued it strictly for, like, something like this, it would be to, like, see how quickly everyone dies because no one is giving money or gives a shit.
And
you know what I mean?
I'll just submit this now. It will be canceled. I don't think.
So?
Oh yeah.
You think they're gonna finish it?
If it's live stream based, it will absolutely be canceled. They're not going to stream to 400 people. They're just not going to. I think they'll shell out the money and they'll cut their losses. If it turns out the returns are just not worth the investment anymore, they're gonna be like, just shut it, because they have to pay for server time.
I think it depends on if it's already filmed or like done.
Oh.
If it's already done, then I think they'll commit and they'll just be like, "It's the thing in the back room we don't talk about."
And just get it over and done with.
Yeah, because they're still like just like releasing a movie in theaters. You gotta like try to get at least even, or whatever. It's so bad.
Like, I just want a Silent Hill. I really want a Silent Hill.
A decent
I want a new one. I want some new ideas, something to add to the lore, not erase it. I want.
In horror movies, there's so many new ideas and people are trying new things and stuff. Some stuff's working, some stuff's not.
Sure.
But there is a lot of trial and there's a lot more working for that than there is for this right now. It's bad. Like, I want, if F and the other stuff didn't exist, I would want this series to die.
Yeah,
and I don't ever say that about Silent Hill.
It'd be time to let it just...
I would rather play that shitty arcade game with the terrible voice acting.
Oh god, that was so bad.
I think this is worse than that. Because at least that has like some humor value where you can like, make clips of it, make it joke or whatever.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
I couldn't tell you these characters' names. I couldn't even... I'd be beyond the bare bones, what we've explained to you in the review. There's nothing to take away from it.
There's not even there's no humor, no likability, no you're super brooding. They are the most plain generic I've ever seen.
And every last one of them have the same personality.
They do. They could be the same person.
Every single person has the same exact personality.
They do. They have Zero facial expressions. They run like the PlayStation 1 tank graphics.
They do. That's very interesting. Like, I was watching the monsters chase them, and they're like...
Oh, at the end, when you got to see the gameplay, and, like, and they, like, you know, were showing you how you swipe and stuff, at one point, the farmer guy, like, falls, and a dog, like, bites his ankle, and he's like, like, he's not even groaning or screaming in pain or, get off me. He's just like,
They're not fucking trying. And
I'll make that a sound effect.
Us poor Silent Hill fans were like, come on, you can do this. I just want you to do this.
I'm gonna make a flip book, like a little stick figure flip book, and it'll be better than this shit.
Better, by far. Yo, this is a scary story. You guys ready for the shit? And hit them with it. Absolutely.
I would love to see.
Tell me.
I would love to see some sort of, like, artist or student, like, designer person or whatever that does graphics and things take, like, the first 5 minutes or whatever, 10 minutes, the first 2 sections or whatever, and just redo them with the better facial expression, better voice.
You know what's gonna happen.
Just redo the first 5 minutes and be like, this literally took me, like, in my garage, like, 1 month, and I would be like, told you so. I believe it, because this stuff is so shitty.
You should see the Twitter, like, their posts. They're like, hey, you thought that was crazy. Wait till the next episode. And people in the comments like, this was not crazy. You have to stop doing this. They're begging Konami to stop this. And I'm going to have to agree with them.
I would agree. I'd jump on that bandwagon.
Can
we sign a petition?
Like,
start a petition?
Like, start a petition somewhere. If you guys got one, leave a comment down below. Better yet, leave your opinion on this. Tell me exactly what you think.
My opinion is this is a literal bastardization of the Silent Hill universe, and I'm not here for it.
I think Konami has decided to go the route of Metal Gear Solid and just shoot the last of its horses out in the back. Metal Gear Solid is reduced to nothing but a remake that they're promoting right now as we speak, and that's it. They're remaking part 2 and 3. Silent Hill's getting the same exact treatment, except this time they just outsourced their shit. They didn't even work on it themselves. They were just like, here, you guys work on this and bring us back something, which was the worst way to go.
I'd be ready for a new, like, something new. Like, there's Resident Evil, there's Silent Hill, but if you introduce something new, like, I'm down for it at this point, because I can't even try to, like, pretend like I'm before this, guys. This is Silent Hill. What are you talking about?
There's a line in fandom where you can absolutely ignore some shit and just stay right on the line and be like, I still love it. I don't care, guys. I don't care. That line is absolutely shattered even for me right now, where I can say I used to love the old Silent Hill. Whatever this is going on right now is an absolute fucking travesty. And I don't know what to say about the future of Silent Hill, but if I were a betting man...
I don't understand how a company... I know you want money, but, like, how you can just be so blatantly ignoring what your audience wants. Because we told you after PT what we wanted. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. We've even told you this is a new idea. We're nervous it's new, but we're down, or whatever with this. We told you what we wanted. We told you we would give you money if you did this. And they just like, nah.
They made cutscenes of a game made on the PlayStation 3 at best and said, now you get to click some stuff on a phone and you can buy some extra clicks if you like. That's all I'm fucking hearing.
This reminds me of, like, when they made the Wii game, the Shattered Memories, I think it was.
Yeah.
Where you couldn't fight the monsters, you had to run.
You had to just
run.
And
I hated that.
Yeah.
Because in Silent Hill, I wanted to be able to, like, fight at some point the
Sure.
monsters. But I even like that more than this. Like, I'll take those type of games over this.
They had a top-down Diablo-like scroller for Silent Hill.
Oh, yeah, they did.
That came out for the PS Vita, and it was like Book of Memories.
I didn't have the Vita, that's why I forgot about it.
Yeah, Silent Hill Book of Memories. And looking at that was a travesty when I saw it, because I was like, what is even... You were missing the point of Silent Hill, but no, this misses the point of Silent Hill.
I would play that PS Vita game right now.
Bro, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I'm sure their cutscenes are better.
I remember I saw just, like, a second clip of that. Like, and I was just like, it's not for me. But now looking, I'm like, no, I'm down, because this is shit.
If you guys agree with me, disagree with me, agree with the Queen, or agree with the Queen, let me know in the comments below. I'd certainly appreciate some input.
Did you just say they're only allowed to agree with the Queen?
Yeah.
I just got that, sorry.
But folks, I appreciate the time, and I appreciate everybody popping in. We got a whole slew of new viewers and subscribers and all that good stuff, and I certainly appreciate it. But I would appreciate it more if you popped over on Patreon and looked up a Riot stream or Big Iron Riot. You do things like that, and you subscribe to that little ditty, and you get your name put up on the screen in one of the places here. I don't want to cover the Queen, so we're going to move it here. No. Over here, baby. There you go. It's going to cover my face. I do it for you. I love you. All right, sorry. All right, so
I want to know what everyone's favorite Silent Hill is.
Yeah. Tell me your favorite Silent Hill.
And why. Don't just say, I love 2. Tell me why.
In 500 words or less.
I mean, I'll take more words, but yeah, that's me.
Fair enough. All right, we're getting the fuck out. I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves.
Whatever.
You already have 2 things running against Silent Hill 2, the remake, right now. Number 1 is PlayStation exclusive first for a year. And then on top of that, number 2, you have... Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it.
Signal. You have 2 things going against it.
And fuck,
It's like the fine print.
Hold on, we got to start that one over.
The claim that was free.
Let me do a signal like this so I can see it when I'm editing. Okay. Folks, if you agree, disagree, agree with more what the Queen says than I said, fuck, I messed that up. You can't laugh, I have to start over.
No, I'm not. What?
I'm gonna start over. All right, you gotta. Okay. It's not how you do that at all.
It's my signal. You said 2 hand signals.
All right.
To the disco dance.
No,
Roll.
the Ken dance.